Hey there, Lex Luthor here with Overseas Contractor Academy, and today we're going to be talking about my experiences living and working in Doha, Qatar. I was a stranger in a strange land over there, and I liked it. Props to Robert Heinlein and his weird-ass books, by the way. So hey, Tales from Qatar coming up next. Stay tuned. Okay, so I had a great year in Qatar. And like I mentioned in a previous video, I worked with almost all females, and I had the best boss I ever had in my whole career, bar none. It was a fully commercial job, so that meant I worked and lived in the city. It was my first time I ever experienced that, and I gotta admit, it was pretty damn cool. But what I want to share here today is what it's actually like to be there. That way, if there's someone out there on YouTube that's considering going to Qatar, they'll get some idea of what to expect. Back then, there just wasn't a lot of information out there about it on the internet. So I just took my chances and figured I'd somehow work it out. I am so glad that I did. Okay, so there's two main bases in Qatar. One's an army base, and the other is chair force. As the threat is low, most of the time if you're working on base, you're allowed to go off base. Now, it's a bit of a drive to get into the city, but of course it is worth it. They have a lot of great restaurants there, but just be aware that the common chain ones in the city do not serve alcohol. For alcohol, you've got to go to one of the restaurants that's connected to the international hotels. This is why the weekend brunches at the luxury resorts like Sheraton and Marriott were so popular. Stuff yourself with high-end food, chat with your friends, and drink enough to make Hemingway respect you. That was an awesome way to spend a half a day. And yes, it was expensive, but you're making more than enough money to afford it. I was given a car as part of my expat package, but you might be on a base and not need a car to get back and forth to work. Either way, taxis are ridiculously cheap in Qatar because they import all the drivers from the third world and gas is produced there. It used to cost me just $7 for the 20-minute taxi ride from my apartment to the airport. So whether you have a car or not, you can still get around easily and cheaply because there's a ton of inexpensive taxis around. Some companies had shared apartments in Qatar, but others gave you your own place. It just depends. But either way, it is really cushy living conditions. Definitely some higher end type digs. If you lived on base, well, you lived on base. Now, as I was off base, I sought out an off-base gym. It was okay, but eventually I found an ad for a fight gym. I showed up my first night, and I was the only non-Muslim there. I was the only one without a beard. I definitely felt very different from the other guys initially. But as Seraph said,
you do not truly know someone until you fight them.
Eventually, my Muslim friends from the fight gym became the guys I most liked in Qatar. I didn't have to talk about work with them the way I did with the people I knew from the office. We mostly talked about eating healthy, improving our lives and our skills, and of course, professional fighting. It turns out there were two Americans there, Akil and Abdul Rahman. And I'm still friends with both of those guys to this day, and I respect both of their different perspectives on the world. I love that I don't have to depend on Western media for my knowledge of Islamic history or culture. I can just ask one of the Muslims I know. So this was another big benefit of being in Doha. Exposure to a whole different culture. And just like everywhere else I've been in the world, there's good people and bad ones, amazing things and sad ones, and most people are just trying to live a peaceful life and achieve their goals. So there you have it. A quick look at my fun experiences in Qatar. It was definitely one of the cushiest assignments I've ever had as an overseas contractor. There's a very large foreign workforce there, so much like Dubai, it's a very diverse cross-section of humanity. People come there to work from all over, so it's pretty cool to work around so many interesting people. If you get a chance to go there, I highly recommend it. Totally awesome there. So hey, thanks for watching. We'll see you again next week with our newest video. Don't forget, if you want a chance to win your very own live dinosaur, just share one of our videos on your social media. Here's a hint. you should not attempt to ride a Velociraptor, nor should you hand feed your T-Rex. Safety first. Best of luck. The end.